What's up, YouTube and Kiss fans? Back for another album review. We got Kiss's second studio album, Hotter Than Hell. You can see it's not really a great album cover, at least in my opinion. It's a classic album cover, but that's only because it's on a classic album. The cover to me just doesn't look very well done. It is one of their better albums though, in my opinion. You can see their makeup is actually starting to come into its prime. You got Peter Criss here especially, who in that first album, his makeup on the cover was just very complex and all over the place, and this is more of what people know him as. Let me show you the back. I like how they did this. This actually I feel like should have been the album cover, because it's cool design and incorporates all of their personalities and makeup into that one picture. And there's, you can see everybody on the back. Pretty sure this album was produced in Japan, and that's why you see a lot of the Japanese writing on it. Anyways, as far as Kiss albums go, like I said last time with the first album, it's a very Kiss sounding album. It's got a lot of classic songs on here, and I think that the writing of the songs is actually better. Lyrics are better. The songs themselves sound like they're coming together more as a band. However, the quality of the album kind of sounds like they recorded it in somebody's garage. Not the best quality. I've heard some people argue that it kind of goes with more or less the theme of their album, because the album is pretty dark in some of the lyrics. Some of the songs are just about some grimy, sick things, which is cool, but the quality of the album is still not that great. But you have to forgive it a little bit, because it does have my favorite Kiss song of all time on here. Actually, one of my favorite songs, period. Let me read you the song. Let's see, we got to Choose. It's a good song. Opens up the album perfectly. Number 2, Parasite. Very heavy, hard-hitting song. There's a lot of covers of this song out there. Going Blind. That is easily my favorite Kiss song and one of my favorite songs of all time. It's Gene Simmons singing it, and it's a very, even though the lyrics, if you listen to it, the lyrics are not the lyrics are great. They're not about the greatest thing, but it's a very dark, melodic tune, and it's just hearing the acoustics in it. It's a great sounding song, and that song has stuck with me for a long time. Unfortunately, on this album, the song skips. So if I want to listen to the song, it's got to be on my CD or digitally somewhere. It doesn't skip too bad, but enough to where I don't want to listen to it on here as much. We also have Hotter Than Hell, the title song of the album. It's a great song. It's not what a lot of people think it would be, a sadistic song. It's singing about a pretty much a lady she's gonna make you hotter than hell, and it's nothing demonic like a lot of people thought Kiss was back in the day. No, Kiss does not stand for Knights in Satan's Service. I don't know how that got around, because none of their music really reflects anything like that. Side 2 is All the Way. It's an okay song. Not a big fan of the second side of this album as much. Watching You, that's a good song. Mainline, Coming Home, and another really great song, which I would say is probably the second best song on this album, Strange Ways. And that song, I feel like you could almost hear the beginnings of grunge music in that song, and some other places in this album. I know Kiss inspired a lot of grunge bands, but especially in this album, you can really hear where a lot of that inspiration came from. It is very, there are a lot of power chords in this album, and it's very hard hitting. I think it's probably a harder rock album than their first album. Not necessarily a greater album, even though it does have my favorite song on it, but I could make an argument that it's heavier than the first. So it's a good album. I recommend it. Every Kiss fan out there, if you're a fan of Kiss, you probably already have the album, or if you're a fan of rock in general, you at least have heard the album or some of the songs on the radio. Hotter Than Hell, probably their most popular song on the album. That and Parasite, you hear it on the radio all the time still. At least the stations I listen to. Anyways, tune in next time, and I'm going to review the next Kiss album, Dressed to Kill, and that's going to be a good one.